The best offense is a good defense. Find out how that applies to the believer in this episode of 5 Minutes Closer. I'm Vaughn Weatherford, and this is 5 Minutes Closer. For the next 5 minutes, let's explore some biblical truths and apply them to your life. No podcast, including this one, can transform your life or give you what you really need. Only Jesus can do that. You can find out why in what I've called the first five episodes of 5 Minutes Closer. Each following episode explores scriptural truths that, if you follow them, will bring you 5 minutes closer to the person God created you to be. Let's see if we can get you 5 minutes closer. In the 6th grade, I appeared on a television game show called Who Knows the Answer? Teams from different elementary schools in town went to the local PBS station and competed by answering a series of questions. I only got one answer correct that day when the announcer asked me my name, and I had to struggle to get that one right. Our team ended up losing by a score of less than one question. That means if I had got even one question right, we would have won. When it comes to who knows the answer, I didn't. 1 Peter 3:15 describes the importance of knowing the answer, especially to a very important question. In 1 Peter 3:15, the Bible says, "But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason of the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect." To know the answer, we need to know the subject. Peter wrote his letter to believers facing serious attacks on their faith. They needed to know how to answer the accusations made against them. Peter tells them to get ready. In verses 8 through 12, quoting from Psalms 34, he tells believers to live as a blessing to others, turning from evil and pursuing peace. He summarizes in verses 13 and 14, where the Bible says, "Now, who is there to harm you if you are zealous for what is good? But even if you suffer for righteousness' sake, you will be blessed. Have no fear of them, nor be troubled." Seeking to live a life as a blessing to others changes the playing field. It's hard for someone to be your enemy when you are seeking the very best for them. Even if this did not reduce the threat against them, the believers of Peter's day could still have hope. How? By reacting to threats in the same way they reacted to everything else. 1 Peter 3:15 says, "But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy." No matter what they had to face, they had the answer in Jesus. And so do we. Why do we do the things we do as believers? Why would we seek to be a blessing even to those who would seek to harm us? Because we know Jesus. The best way to prepare for anything that might come in life is to know Jesus better every day. When we do, we'll be prepared, just as the Bible tells us to be. In the last part of 1 Peter 3:15, the Bible says, "Always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason of the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect." The more we know Jesus, the better prepared we will be to tell others about Jesus. And the time to get ready is now. Suppose you went to the hospital with appendicitis. How would you feel if the doctor said, "Would you mind coming back in a couple of years? I need to go to medical school and learn how to perform surgery"? Not the answer you want to hear. It's not the answer our friends and neighbors need to hear either. We need to be prepared for those moments when our friends are ready to hear about Jesus. And those moments can come unexpectedly with a simple question. So why do you go to that church? A conversation about the weather can become a conversation about the one who calmed the storms. A conversation about problems at work can become a conversation about the one who knows the answer to our problems. We can share our faith if we'll just be ready. And now, you're 5 minutes closer. My prayer is that these 5 minutes have challenged you, inspired you, and caused you to consider applying God's message for your life from His Word. To find out more, visit our website at 5minutescloser.com. Join me next time to see if we can get you 5 minutes closer.